Hey guys, so quick update to the event. You guys can see I've played around with it a little bit. I actually got one of these and then I got all 6 of these. And I'm sitting on another 4 million points, 4.5 mil, whatever. So I've done enough of it to know I've hit pretty much every target. Honestly, you have 2 different kinds of, let's see if I can find another sector that has, I don't think we really do have any other sectors going right now. But basically you have 2 different high-end fleets, the Barrage Harvesters and the Reaper Harvesters. The Reaper Harvesters are exactly what we got earlier in the month. The Barrage Harvesters are a static harvester. It doesn't move. It basically shoots cluster missiles at you until you come into it. That's what I'm going to show you guys here in a little bit. That's what I prefer to hit. You can actually auto them for, I was taking 15%. That's going to vary. That's against the 90. You guys will see that in a minute. But yeah, experiences may vary based on fitting, especially if you have explosive armor fitted or explosive resistance. Higher explosive resistance, less, depending on how much XL or armor and what mark level your Punisher is really going to weigh heavily into those fleets. But going into, yeah, nothing changed there. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to show you guys how I was hitting those fleets here in a minute. But these fleets right here, nothing's really changed with the harvesters. Some people were saying that they're taking a little more damage now than they used to. But really a lot of these fleets are a lot of the same of what we've seen over and over and over. I'm just going to show you guys the strategy that I used on my main account, this one, running Punishers. Okay, so yeah, I'm not going to coin that yet, but running 6 Punishers. One was Mark 1, all the way up to Mark 6. And then I'm going to show you guys I'll start with the low-tech version where I use 4 Mark 1 Punishers fitted just like this. This is the Punisher fit that I try to kind of push towards everyone. If you're going to make a Punisher and it's going to be Mark 1, make it something like this. You can use skirmish or orange and blue armor resistance. It doesn't matter as long as you know and you expect that once you get to Mark 2, you're going to have an orange and a blue and a yellow and an orange. Or maybe even a yellow and a blue. Basically, your resistances should counter whatever the majority of your armor is. So if you have orange and let's say and XL armor, then you should have this going on, or maybe yellow blue. I personally would probably do yellow blue because annihilators are taking out Novas. But yeah, that's just me. Anyways, that's kind of a tangent. This is the fit that I'm using here. And then this is kind of what I have going on most of my others. See, kind of like this. So I'm using a lot of yellow resistance here against annihilators. You can do blue if that's what you feel. You do you, boo-boo. But yeah, so I'll go ahead, splice in the other videos, talk about it, and just want to give you guys a quick update on how I'm able to do this event on limited coin. I think I've got 9 million, maybe probably actually a lot more than that actually. 6 times 9, that's 54, and 1.25 plus 4.5 mil, so you're looking at close to probably 11 million, I think, roughly. So yeah, anyways, I'll show you guys how I did it, what I've been doing the whole time, what I found was easiest. And alright guys, so this first hit's going to be against with a low-end fleet. This is a Fleet Bay 12 with Mark 1 Punishers. So the first thing I do there is make that move command, and then I go back out to hit repair and something, whatever. That move command is extremely important because what that's going to allow me to do is once everything is grouped and I make that move command, everything is moving at the speed of the carrier. I want to get the carrier as close as I possibly can without getting aggroed by cluster missiles, so that I can get the Punishers in there fast. Alright, so I do that. The Punishers, the carrier, they're both moving forward. Now, as soon as I take that first cluster missile fires, right? You saw back there the first cluster missile fires. Rewind it if you need to, because as soon as that goes off, I attack the target. I remove the carrier from the formation. Here, don't pay attention to my movements. You can mitigate some damage potentially if you move your shielded ships in front of your non-shielded ships. I did it the round before that and it worked out well. I actually took less damage than I took this round. So I was like, oh cool, I'll do something cool for the video, and then yeah, nothing ever turns out cool in a video. You always screw it up. So The next round, you're going to see me hit the higher or the same target with a higher end version of that fleet. Instead of losing half my health on my fleet, and I don't have a carrier either in this one. So this is a purely auto round. I just attacked the target and let it do what it was going to do. But yeah, instead of losing, 50% or taking 3 or 4 or 5 hours of repair time, I take 15% damage this round, just on pure auto. Again, fleets are going to take less or more damage based on what fitting you have. My fitting may take more damage than somebody else's fit. Yes, they're the same ships. Doesn't matter. There's so many resistances at play here that, that's just something you kind of have to just look at maybe later. It's not really a main point of the fleet. What you should note is that purely on auto, I took 15% damage, and then with 2 simple commands, I mitigated 3% damage off of that, so I take maybe 11-12% damage in the second hit. You see I ended that with 85% health remaining. This next hit, I ended up taking like 12, I think 12%, maybe 11% damage to my fleet. So it is possible to save yourself a little bit of repair time if you're doing this over an extended period of time. Again, I hate that this is kind of what our events have come to. There's really no piloting anymore. I don't think it's going to help the game as a whole in terms of people learning how to fly. It used to be if you wanted to be good in an event, you actually had to learn how to fly to be good in that event. And now it's, this is what it is. You can do this whole event on auto and maybe take 200 or 300 coins more repair than the other guy who manually piloted. And by manually piloted, I mean click the mouse twice in the middle of the fight. But anyways, hopefully this helps somebody out there that's watching it. If not, thanks for watching my video. Like if you like what you saw. Maybe subscribe. But yeah, catch you guys later. Have a good event.